So you want to create YouTube videos, but maybe you're wondering which camera is right for you. In this video, I'm going to go through the different options, and I'm going to even share my recommendation for what you should choose. And the real answer might not be what you expect. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, this is Leslie Samuel here from becomeablogger.com, where we're changing the world one blog at a time. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I show you how to grow your influence online so that you can have an impact on the world. I do this by creating content each and every weekday to help you grow your online business. So if you're suffering from that disease called unsubscriptionitis, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you can know whenever I create new awesome content. All right, let's talk about cameras. You know, I love technology. And when it comes to video, some people, not me, but some people might claim that maybe I have a problem. Sometimes I use a webcam. Other times I use a point and shoot. Sometimes I might just go with my smartphone. Maybe a camcorder, or a big DSLR, or a Mevo if I'm going live, or the camera that I'm using here. And when I get crazy, I might even pull out a drone. Okay, I'm starting to think that those people might be right that think I have a problem. But that's exactly the problem, right? Which camera should you use? There's so many options. Which one is right for you? Fortunately, you're watching this video, and I'm gonna help you simplify it. Now, make sure to stick around until the end, because I'm gonna share some tips that every video creator should be thinking about when trying to make that final decision. All right, let's get to the real answer. Let's cut to the chase. Which camera is right for you? The real answer is whatever camera you have. I know it sounds cheesy, but really, when it comes to videos, content is king. This is why people are going to watch your content. They're not going to watch your content specifically because you have the best camera. They're going to watch your content because it provides value. It helps them accomplish their goals. It helps them overcome a specific struggle. This is the main thing you should be focusing on. How can you tell a compelling story? How can you create good content? You can create good content on a smartphone, and you can do it on a DSLR. Buying more equipment won't get you more exposure. It won't get you more views. It won't help you build your business. There are many viral videos that are shot on a smartphone, and even a crappy quality smartphone with bad audio, bad lighting. Create awesome content. Learn the art of storytelling. Figure out how to provide value. That is what's going to help you to grow your platform. Now, I know what you're thinking. Maybe that's not enough for you. And don't worry. If you want specific advice, I am going to give you that right now. All right, let's talk about the many options out there. I'm going to start with some of the most basic ones and then go into some of the more advanced ones. Option number one, your smartphone. This is a very, very powerful device, and you know what? It has a great camera on it. I truly believe that this is one of the best options for anyone that's getting started creating videos. It's convenient in that it's usually always with you, and it also gives you a great quality video. It doesn't matter if you're iPhone or Android. What matters is if you have a good phone that takes good video. Now, there are a few accessories that you can get for your smartphone that will help you take your quality to the next level, from a tripod to some lighting to a microphone and a number of different things like that. But I'm going to cover that in more depth in a later video. So option number one, the smartphone. Great for most people, especially if you're just getting started. Option number two, point and shoot. Now, this is going to be very convenient for vloggers on the go. If you're the run and gun kind of person and you want to make sure you have a good quality camera that you can pull out of your pocket, this would be the way to go. With some of them, you can even add on an external microphone to get a better audio quality. And some of the new versions even have a flip out screen so that you can see yourself as you're recording that video. Now, that's going to be excellent for placement and positioning yourself on that screen. Now, the one I have here is the Sony RX100. This is the Mark II. It's an older version, but there's the Mark IV and Mark V that allow you to flip the screen out. This one flips out, but not fully. But if you're looking for a run and gun camera that's more than your smartphone, I would recommend something like this. Option number three, the big dog. This is your DSLR. Now, this is an older DSLR, the Canon 60D. There's a newer version like the Canon 80D, and there are many other DSLRs. Man, this thing is heavy, but it gives a great quality image. This is going to be the choice of many professional video creators. Not only do you get an all-around great quality, but you also have the ability to add additional lenses for specific situations. For example, you want a blurry background, something like this, a 50mm f1.8 lens will help you focus on that subject and blur out the background to make it look even more professional. Also, the color profile that you get with many of these DSLRs is so amazing. It makes your videos look much more vibrant. And one of the best things about DSLRs is when you're looking through the viewfinder on the LCD, what you see is what you're gonna get. And that really helps you know that you're going to be getting a good quality video by looking in that screen. Now, the biggest downside to this is something that I'm feeling right now, and it's how heavy these devices can be. So if you're in a situation where maybe you're in a studio and you're going to have this on a tripod and the weight is not a big deal, this can be a great option. Like I said, this one here is the Canon 60D. The newer version is the Canon 80D, not ADD, but ATD. And you just can't go wrong with the quality of these devices. Now, the last category of cameras that I want to cover is the one that I'm using right now, which is a mirrorless camera. The specific one that I'm using is the Panasonic Lumix GH5. Now, I love this camera. I just got it a few weeks ago, and I'm loving the quality that I get from it. The quality is actually much better than the DSLR that I was using. And generally what you find is that these mirrorless cameras are getting closer to DSLR quality and better in some cases. They also have lenses that you can use. Like with DSLRs, but the main benefit to using mirrorless cameras is the size and weight. If you compare them to the DSLRs, they're going to be much lighter and much smaller. Now, mine is actually a little in between. It's not as big as a DSLR, but it's bigger than some of the mirrorless cameras, but it has some features that I just absolutely love. Generally speaking, if you compare an inexpensive DSLR to an inexpensive mirrorless camera, you're going to find that the DSLR is going to do a much better job. But as you get up in prices, you're going to see that they get closer to each other, and depending on the mirrorless, it can be even better. One of the things that you find more with mirrorless cameras is 4K video. The DSLR that I have does not record in 4K, and even the newer one, the Canon 80D, does not record in 4K. So if you want something that's going to be similar in quality to a DSLR, but you don't want the size and weight, you may end up going in the direction of a mirrorless camera. You may end up coming out of pocket a little more for that, but if you make a good choice, it's worth it. All right, so now let me give you those few miscellaneous tips that you want to keep in mind regardless of what camera you are looking for. Tip number one, if you want to use your camera to go live, you want to connect it to your computer and then use a program like vMix or Wirecast or whatever to go live to YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, wherever, you want to make sure that that camera has a clean HDMI output. In other words, you can connect it via HDMI and it will not show all of the stuff that you normally see on the LCD screens. If it doesn't have a clean HDMI output, when someone's watching you live, they're gonna see the exposure, they're gonna see the battery level, and all of those details that you typically see on the back of a screen. So that is one thing to look out for if you wanna use your DSLR or your mirrorless camera or whatever to go live. Tip number two, regardless of what camera you're using, you're gonna get the best quality if you can stabilize that camera. That can be by putting it on a tripod or using a Steadicam or something of that sort. They have these devices that you can put your smartphone on right now that allow you to move, but it will be very fluid. Whatever, you want to think about stabilizing your camera. Next tip, as much as possible, if you're gonna be creating videos and you wanna do it relatively professionally, make sure to select a camera that has a microphone input. Because when it comes to video, your audio quality is gonna be super important. And the onboard microphone on cameras do not do a very good job. So make sure to look for that microphone input. And lastly, to take your videos to the next level, make sure you have decent lighting. Now that can be natural lighting or it can be professional lighting like I have here, and you want that lighting to be in front of you as much as possible so that they can clearly see your face or whatever it is you are focusing on. So that's pretty much it. I hope you got value from this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can know whenever I create more awesome content. And if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel and you want to track that growth so that you can know how well you're progressing, head on over to becomeablogger.com/YT spreadsheet so that you can get access to my YouTube growth tracking spreadsheet that will help you plan out your YouTube channel growth over the next year. And if you're trying to go to the next level where you're not just creating content, but you are building your platform, one that you own, your very own blog, I want to invite you to join my Become a Blogger coaching club at bloggercoaching.com. That's where I walk beside you as you build your blogging business. This is Leslie Samuel here from becomeablogger.com, where we're changing the world one blog at a time. And until next time, take care and God bless.